What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. Excuse my Jim and Neutron looking hair right now, I just got out of bed, but there is huge news to cover here, and it looks like we're having a ton of God card related products coming out this summer. We already saw the binder collection, the sleeves, that kind of stuff, kind of a watered down prismatic God box versus the OCG approach from the TCG, but now they're going full on. We are not only getting a structure deck, but a new world premiere set that will have new support as well. We'll get into that in a bit. Let's start with two structure decks. We look to have a Slifer theme and then a Obelisk theme. It's a bit weird because these two are more popular than Raw in Japan, but Raw is the most popular one over here. So awaken the power of Egyptian God cards. If you've ever wanted to build a deck around the Egyptian God cards but didn't know where to start, look no further than the Egyptian God card decks. The Egyptian God deck Slifer the Sky Dragon / Egyptian God deck Obelisk the Tormentor serve up simple strategies to summon and win with either Slifer or Obelisk. Slifer the Sky Dragon. Slifer offers up depending on how many cards you have in your hand, so this deck uses token generating effects to help you gather the 3 required tributes while using fewer cards from your hand. After you have Slifer on the field, powered up with cards that let you draw more cards, like the brand new Thunder Force attack. Based on Slifer's signature attack, this spell destroys all your opponent's face-up monsters at any time, but if you use it during your own main phase, you can draw a card for each monster destroyed. Obelisk the Tormentor. Unleash the true power of Obelisk by attributing 2 monsters you control and wipe out your opponent's monsters on the field. This deck uses self-replicating monsters to provide token tributes and protect your life points as you get closer to drawing your Divine Beast. Obelisk own ability can crush your opponent's monsters all at once, but throw in the new spell card Fist of Fate, and you can negate monsters' effects and destroy it without needing to tribute. Activate during your own main phase, and you can crush your opponent's spells and traps as well. Each Egyptian God card deck is 40 cards total and includes 1 Egyptian God card with 5 new cards, 4 unique new cards, as well as 1 copy of Soul Crossing, a brand new quick play spell card included in both decks that lets you tribute your Egyptian God card by tributing your opponent's monsters. So I believe we've seen that one. That's the really hyped up one that actually makes things semi-viable but still not into the competitive sphere. Each deck is playable in its own, straight out the box. Okay, Konami, calm down there. Calm down. Playable is a term, isn't it? And comes with a dueling guide that explains the basic strategy and some rules you should get to know out of your deck. Of course, if you pick up both, you can mix and match the strategies to create an awesome deck that can wield multiple Egyptian God cards. Each Egyptian God card deck contains 40 cards, 4 ultras, 4 supers, 32 commons, 1 deluxe game map. Now, this is actually not the most exciting news of the day. I led with it first to lead into the bigger discussion that has a lot less information about it. So I wanted to go through here and show the push they're giving along with all those products we have seen before. Now there is King's Court. It is a 60 card set. Will release on June 23rd for OTS stores, June 25th in general. And King's Court is the newest 60 card booster set with world premiere cards that can be played by themselves or as an engine for an Egyptian God card strategy. The complete King's Court booster set contains 60 cards, which will have 10 ultras, 15 supers, 35 rares, and 15 cards also available as collector rares. Each pack will contain 7 cards, 1 foil, and 6 rares. Be sure to check this page again for more details. Now, what's having people freak out already? Toon Chaos! Oh my god, remember Toon Chaos? It was so much money! World premiere! God cards, collectability, this is crazy. To that I say, yes and no. When Toon Chaos debuted, it was brand new to collector rares that market had yet to really develop, and they're still some of the priciest collector rares out there. We will need to see some key choices happen, but I will say you have this mix of collectability on top of something that people love. God cards. Imagine if the God cards themselves are going to come collector rare in here. That would be pretty bonkers, yes? That would be a really nice, absurd choice and a hard-to-get version of something that will just increase over time. So I do see a lot of potential, but nothing confirmed yet, just something we can hope for. I do think this will probably be a decent buy, but we have to look to the comparables. With Toon Chaos, you have insane choices for GOAT format, things that are 3-ofs in the metagame metagame like Gamma. You have Stardust actually being up there even as a one-of in the extra deck, competing versus, say, for the first edition at least, versus the Ghost Rare for the unlimited Ghost Rare. So many different things in here that go back in time or you want play sets of. And then things that were meta impactful on release, such as Gear Free. I think that there was a really good mix in Toon Chaos, and for them to strike with lightning twice, you have to look at other sets that didn't do so hot. Shadows in Valhalla, where a super rare shorted Ash Blossom was the best. Now, this does have chase cards, collector rares, but the collector rare market has been falling out. I also want to point towards another thing that I thought was surefire, long-term investment, even if it failed out the gate, which it failed out the gate and has become a decent long-term investment. Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra. As I pointed out, this set, based around the God card support, and I guess maybe where all the Merrick stuff went and why they're not going for Ra, this set, when it came down to it, it had a chase ghost. That was the only chase. You don't have variances in chases. And it was only Legendary Duelist by name because they took that away in Japan. They did not do that marketing in Japan. They went back to Duelist Pack. But Konami kept the Legendary Duelist name, and then they really pushed things. But you can see here, unlike Legendary Duelist, even with the God card name and support around here being unique in here, it's not like it's super pricey, out the water. The main pull is the Ghost Rare, and as Ghost from the Past has headed towards us, that really upped the raw price from not even directly putting out the rest of the collection like Obelisk and Slifer. Just Ghost Rare hype helped this card. So it's outside factors I didn't necessarily see coming that help this be a long-term investment. It's still not one of the best ones you could have put your money into looking back, but it has aged somewhat decently for just the chase card, and the rest of it, if you've invested in the singles, you're not really doing the best versus what it could be. Like the alternate art Raw, this is something at any point Konami can just go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in this product or that product. Oh, we could make this art the collector rare, or we could do both arts as like Konami can do whatever the heck they want. So with Toon Chaos, that was an exceptional set. You had a meta impacting likelihood within the Chaos monsters that actually didn't turn out to really meta impact all that much, but are still really good cards. Then you have meta impacting within the Fire Warriors and a ton of collectability. Konami is going to have to work super hard on King's Court, but for people already throwing their money against the wall, saying Toon Chaos, I think it's a bit early, and usually a couple of days after this, we get a little bit of information, or by the time we're going to be able to order this product, we get a little more information than this, and I'm hoping the cases, it turns out well. Now, not to be that guy that goes, OCG did it better, oh my gosh, I love OCG, but there is a huge thing about the parallels of the Prismatic God Box versus all these pieced out products. And I have two opinions here. First off, I actually do like the structure deck approach because that guarantees it. This was a $40 MSRP product, and while all of the extras were far worth it and it tripled in value overnight on release, it was already, 10,000 yen, which is 100 US dollars when it MSRP'd at 40. So that's over a double up there, and then 120 over here. Well, it skyrocketed in price because the extras are so freaking good between the Millennium case, the display case that people would pay $30 MSRP for, like, copies on the secondary market of before this, and then you have 270 count sleeve packs and a Starlight promo, which gosh knows we'll never get over here. All of that combined was amazing. Now, could we get products and box sets like this at a premium price? Sure, it would be very nice, but a structure deck to guarantee the cards that people might be after, even if they're not the most desirable to you, versus piecing them out bit by Konami USA and making them extremely hard to get in some kind of set, I think people are going to appreciate the $10 approach of this. Now, for this set versus something like this, yes, I absolutely wish we had something like the Prismatic God Box over this side set with collector rares, but we are still here in the TCG, and until we see them really make an approach and make special products like that for us, I don't think that model is going to change on the core sets, and this is a decent compromise and still progress in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. but I would still like to see the OCG stuff come over. Who's kidding? I love this product, and everything falls short of it over here, so it is a bit of an unfair comparison, yet still fair because it's in the realm that you gave it to them, why not us? Thanks for watching today's conversations. Again, I think the structure deck is a great approach. The side set, it's a little more exciting than the binders and sleeves we had coming out. And if you don't know what I am talking about, we can actually go over here, I believe. You can see that it's a playmat you can buy, sleeves you can buy that they released in the OCG. In a similar fashion, it was a 2-pack, even a portfolio and deck box, all matching stuff. So we knew a huge push was coming for the God card stuff. Just not this freaking huge, and it's actually a bit exciting. So, Toon Chaos, it is not the debut of a new rarity, but I do have a pretty good feeling about King's Court.